It's me, Elle, again, and today I've got an exciting video. I'm going to be talking about all the places in the world that I've been, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about each place. This is a really good video to watch because you'll learn about different places and it can give you an idea as to where you might want to go if you're traveling. So check out this video. I'm going to circle each place I've been to if I can remember them all. So the first place that I've been to, most recently I went on holiday there, and actually before that I was living there for a year, and that's Lanzarote. Where is it? Okay, this is Spain here. This is England, where we are, where I am. The Canary Islands, which is Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, they're just off the coast of Morocco. So I'm going to circle them as a whole because they're too small to circle individually. But Lanzarote is quite a small island. People call it Lanzarote, and I still to this day have no idea why they call it Lanzarote because it's the most beautiful place. I'll actually link you to some of my photos of the sunsets because they are absolutely beautiful. I mean, because it's so small, there's not a lot to do, and obviously the Spanish culture is, you know, drinking, partying till 6 AM. So maybe that's why I do love it so much, because I'm a bit of a party animal. But when I lived there, my kind of routine was, this is going to make me sound really bad now, but okay, so my routine was that I would go to work about 5 PM. I worked as a waitress in an English restaurant, so I go to work about 5 PM till maybe 11 or midnight. And then I'd run home quickly, have a shower and get ready and go out into the main strip. This was probably nearly every night, probably 5 or 6 days of the week I would do this. So then I go into the strip with my friends at about 1 AM and then I would just drink, you know, responsibly obviously, but alcohol is so cheap there that you could take 10 euros and you have a great night. I go to karaoke bars, I go to live music bars, and then around 3 o'clock in the morning you go to, you know, the proper clubs, and then you'd be walking home when it's light basically, you get pizza on the way home, and then I'd lie in till about I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 PM, and then I'd go to the beach, I'd sunbathe, I'd go and swim underwater and see all the fish, because actually that's another great thing about Lanzarote is the water is so blue that you can see all the fish around you. And I swam after a squid once and it squirted ink at me and blah 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 blah. And then I go back from the beach, have some dinner, go to work and do the whole thing again. So that was my Lanzarote life. If you do get a chance to go to Lanzarote, there is a zoo called Rancho Texas Park, and it is absolutely awesome. It's just got everything there, apart from giraffes, which really upset me because I love giraffes so much. But they also have live bird shows and live seal shows and, you know, all that kind of stuff that parks normally have, but it's really great, so you should definitely go there. Okay, so I spoke too much about Lanzarote. Oh no, I did this wrong. Okay, Lanzarote wasn't the last place I lived. It was the last place I went on holiday, but the last place that I lived was actually Holland, Netherlands, and I lived in Rotterdam. Here we have England, over here is the Netherlands, which is bordering with Belgium, Germany, quite near to France. So actually it's super close to home for me. So yeah, I lived in Rotterdam and I worked in The Hague. Rotterdam, so you've got shopping, drinking, clubbing, museums. It's quite cultural as well, and I absolutely loved it because where I come from in England is just a little town and there's nothing to do. But when I was living in Rotterdam for a year, I was like, all of a sudden I was a city girl. So it was, I don't know, I was like a little lost sheep in a massive field or something. I was just all these bright lights and big buildings, and yeah, it was awesome. My fact for Rotterdam, well, it's not really a fact actually, it's more like tourist information. The Euromast, one of the highest structures, this circular glass thing goes up and up and up and up and up, and actually it's quite terrifying, and it turns slowly so you can see like the whole city thing. And I've actually got a YouTube video going up the Euromast, so check out that video and gives it a thumbs up. Gives it a thumbs up. Also, people abseil off the Euromast. If anyone actually has done that or is going to do it, please tell me, because I want to know what it's like, or if you're feeling nervous about it, or if I'm just being over dramatic. But I'm gonna go through some more places that I've been, and I can't really remember the time order, but I'm gonna do the best I can because my memory is the worst. Gambia, which is in Africa. It's just so unique, it's so beautiful. There's loads and loads of giraffes there, which is great because that's my favourite animal. It's just a completely different culture. It's a little bit of a shock when you first go there because obviously you've got, well, it depends where you go, but the places that I've been, there's a lot of children begging. I mean, they see white people, especially blonde white people, but they see white people and they immediately think they're rich, so there's groups of children following you, begging for money and stuff like that. Gambia is right on the coast of Western Africa here. I'm also gonna circle Senegal because whilst I was in Gambia, I crossed the border to Senegal. So basically Western Africa is amazing. The most memorable thing about Gambia for me was it was Christmas Day, and because it was hot and sunny and it was such a big culture difference, my dad and I didn't even realise actually that it was Christmas Day. We got up really early and it was a really hot day, and I've also got photos that I'll link to this. We went to a little school that was pretty much made out of sheets of tin and bricks, you know. It was just, I don't know, it was really sad. It makes you realise how lucky you are. These little kids were about, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years old. There was about 30 of them in this one tiny little room. They were learning English, and obviously they were showing off a little bit, and it was really sweet. And then they did some maths, and then it was like a music lesson or something. And they had these DIY musical instruments they just made out of, I don't know, like pots and pans and stuff. And they were dancing at the front of the class, and they asked me to dance with them, so I was dancing with them, and it just came to my head that, oh my god, this is Christmas Day and I'm doing this, and this is absolutely awesome. I can't remember what I did all the other Christmases, but this Christmas I will never forget. If you do go to Africa, try and do non-touristy things, but be careful as well because it's not the safest country. Okay, next country. Well, we're on the subject of Western Africa, Morocco. Morocco is really close to the Canary Islands. It's here. Marrakesh is the place where everyone goes to when they go to Morocco. There's also Essaouira, which actually Essaouira might be the capital. God, even though I've been to a lot of places, my geography absolutely sucks. So please do not criticise my geography because I'm watching you. Marrakesh, the market, which is definitely a place that you should go. People love it or people hate it. It's like Marmite, but you should definitely go just to say that you've been there. It's just absolutely crazy. The hustle and bustle, it's like something off Aladdin. You have all these little stalls where people are selling, I don't know, snakes out of jars and rugs and pots and things that they've made. The smell of all the spices. There's so many people. You have to be careful for pickpocketing because a lot of pickpocketing goes on there. Okay, so that was Morocco. Next place, Spain. Alicante and Benidorm. You're just starting off going on holidays on your own. It was one of those kind of things, not on my own, but without your parents, so like friends' holidays and stuff like that. Benidorm is super touristy. I mean, it's nice, it's alright. It's not my favourite place. I probably wouldn't be going back there anytime soon. But it's great nightlife and weather. So that's all I can really say about Benidorm. While we're on Canary Islands, what was I in? I think I was in year 3 in primary school, so I was about 6 or 7. And we were living in the north of Tenerife, which is nothing like the south. The south is where everyone goes on holiday, and the north is like right next to the volcano. All the beaches are black sand because obviously it's a volcanic island, and the only reason why the south has white sand or golden sand is because it's been imported from the Sahara Desert. When I was 17, my secondary school ran this thing called World Challenge. And basically what it was like an outside company that works with schools to take groups of people that really wanted to do it on life-changing experience. Actually, I unquote that because it did change my life. We would spend a month in India, 2 weeks, 1 week walking up the Himalayas and another week walking back down the Himalayas, camping obviously, and then we'd have like a week voluntary work, and then we would have a week rest and relaxation. I hated it. So India on our map is right here, and this was just a crazy experience because at 17 I was still, you know, kind of naive to the world. Okay, that was my trip to India. That was awesome. It did change me for the better. Next place is France. France is a nice place, don't get me wrong, but you know, the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. So France here. The next place I'm gonna take you to is Sardinia, a little island off the coast of Italy. A beautiful place. That's that. Not really much to say about that. The next place we're going to go to is Berlin. Yeah, in Germany. I'm not going to go into the story, but make sure you buy a train ticket, otherwise you are going to be in big trouble. I'm going to circle Budapest. Go to Budapest. Go to Budapest. The last place that I've been. Oh, here. Okay, so Jordan. We went on camels through the desert. We stayed in a Bedouin tent. Went to the Dead Sea and floated. If you ever go to Jordan, go through a desert on a camel. I think that's actually everything. So, if you want to ask me any questions about any of the places that I've been to, or any advice if you're going to any of the places, then please comment below and I'll answer every single one. I hope you, well, first of all, I hope you can see this map, otherwise this whole video was a complete waste of time. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to also do a video on places that I want to go to, and I need your help to tell me if I should go, what's good, what's bad about that place. Thumbs up if you like this video. I also have a Facebook page called Raw State, and that's for all my art and photography, which is from my travels so far, my illustration. So also go over to my page on Facebook, Raw State, and like my page, share my page, and yeah, I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.